Today, I made the perfect manager in Football Manager, and we're going to see what his career looks like and how far he's able to go. I use the in-game editor to set all of his in-game attributes to 20s, so that everything would be exactly perfect. He'd be able to do whatever he wanted in his career. And let's just say that it did not go as I anticipated. He's starting out as the head coach of Dorking Wanderers in the National League South, so he will hopefully have a long career ahead of him. Dorking are a pretty low reputation team, so he's going to have to work to build his reputation as a fantastic player. Right now, starting out with all of this going on with just one head coach job, and he's only been here for 5 days. So let's see what happens. Let's skip to a bunch of the years in the future and see what his career looked like. Here we are 1 year in the future, and he is unemployed. That did not take long, but he didn't get fired. He left intentionally. He finished second in the National League South and was promoted by the playoffs. He won the head coach of the season, and he left to go to somewhere. Clearly, he thought he was too good for the club. He wants to be the head coach in his next role. But, he's just sitting here being unemployed. So let's skip ahead to when he gets his next job. Might be a few years in the future. I hope not. That would be a pretty weird thing for it to happen. Perfect manager. Still perfect. Still no job. We're now in 2024. Don't really know what's going on here. Hopefully something changes. We look here. He does actually have some decent reputation. So it's not like he's not going anywhere. Not really sure why. He's got 200 current ability. Team should be waiting to snap him up. Maybe he's just waiting for a team that he thinks matches his level to offer him a job. But, he should just take something, no? You can't just expect a Prem team to come out of nowhere and snatch him up. Let's load into the future and see what happens. I am very confused. This game's AI is strange sometimes. 2026. Perfect manager, 2026. Still no job. Let's keep going forward. It's now 2028, and he is still employed. It's now been 7 years with no job. 2030. 2030, he does have a job. Tottenham. He took the Tottenham job January 16th. So he has had the last season and a little bit of time. I wonder, what? Where's biography? 8-year break, then appointed as Tottenham. So I guess he found someone who met his desires, was willing to pick him up. Why did Tottenham do that? They are in fourth, so they're clearly doing something right. But let's take a look. Where's the head coach's history? There we go. All right, so they had Tuchel for 25 days. Then he left his head coach role. He wasn't fired, that means. I wonder why he left. Where did he go? This doesn't feel like an upgrade, to be honest. But, maybe he has some particular attachment. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know. He left. Perfect manager came in. Doing pretty well. 61% win rate. I guess Tuchel did have a 20% win rate, so maybe he was sort of getting forced out. But I don't know. Wouldn't it say fired then? I don't know. Tottenham's had some 14%. They've had some bad coaching situations over the last little bit. But yeah, perfect manager, 61%. They are in fourth right now, and let's see, last year they were in 10th. Did he pull them out of something? He signed January 16th, right? So yeah, they were not doing too well to start the season. They did a little bit better in December. They hired him between these two games. They won, and then they hired him. And after that, they won a lot more, closing it out with wins against the likes of Arsenal and Man United at the end of the season. So he definitely made an impact here. You can compare the end of the season to the start of the season, and it is not even close. So, yeah, he did his job. So, now that he's been at Tottenham, he's at Tottenham right now, they're in fourth. Hopefully this will give him some space to actually win some stuff, do some interesting things. Let's go 10 years in the future. The perfect manager is still at Tottenham. He's got to be a club icon or legend at this point. No, he's not. Okay, he's a club icon. There we go. That's deserved. They're in third now. Here we go. So, again, doing well. Let's take a look. Did they win anything over those years? Third. No. So, still no wins. But, did they maybe win anything else? Let's do landmarks. And we'll do competitions. They won the Champions League. All right, so that is big in 2039. So that is quite fun. They won the Conference League in 2038, and they won the FA Cup in 20. They did not win. They runner-up in the FA Cup. They won the Europa League there. They won the Carabao Cup there. FA Cup there. So he has done a little bit. All right, we'll give him that. At least take a look at the perfect manager. Still perfect. I'm assuming his reputation's a lot higher now. Yeah, reputation. There we go. 8,000, so way higher. Yeah, 8 years, then Tottenham, and then he won a lot of stuff. So that's good. It's still very funny seeing Vanarama National League South head coach of the season, and then Premier League head coach of the year. Well, he definitely is doing a good job. Can't argue with that. And he's on a much bigger contract with a bonus for winning the FA Cup for some reason. So that's cool. Let's see. Will he ever leave Tottenham? I mean, he has so much potential to be winning a lot of stuff, but he's screwing over his career by playing for a team that is incapable of winning the league. We're going all the way to the end of this experiment. It's going to be in the 2051 season. Our manager has had 30 years to cultivate a career. What has he managed to do? He is at Everton. All right, so we did actually move around. Let's take a look at the milestones of his life. So, Dorking Wanderers, left Dorking, hired as coach of Tottenham. Then he won the FA Cup with Tottenham, Premier League Coach of the Year. He won the Europa League. He won the Community Shield as well. Then he won the FA Cup the next year, won the Carabao Cup the next year. Yeah, then the Europa League as well. He entered the English Hall of Fame. He won the Conference League. He won the Champions League. He won the Head Coach of the Year again. Carabao Cup again, FA Cup again, Champions League again, Champions League again. All right, so we did really start to win stuff. Did he ever win the league? There we go. 2045 English Premier Division champions and Champions League. Why did he leave? To go to Man City. Logical career path. All right, there we go. Fired as coach of Man City. So clearly, okay, that was a 3-year gap, but he didn't win anything in those 3 years, so not a very strong performance from City there. Hired as Fulham head coach. Feels like a downgrade, but he did just get fired, so maybe that's why. Didn't win anything for 3 years. Then he left head coach of Fulham to go become coach of Aston Villa. Again, no wins. Aston Villa to Everton. Again, not winning anything. So, yeah. Is he at least doing well with Everton? Everton this year are in 12th. Oh, and Tottenham won the league without him this year, so they're doing fine. But yeah, Everton are down here in 12th. Last season without him, they were in 14th. Season before that, they were in 9th. So this actually has not been very helpful to them. So the perfect manager has sort of fallen off. The highlight of his career, as crazy as that sounds, was with Spurs. And yeah, rest of that, since then, not very impressive. Literally no wins of anything. Last win, he won like some Premier Division head coach of the month, but that's about it. He's made some transfers, but not very interesting. So yeah, he's had quite a career. Very confusing career. Long break in there. An 8-year break going from Dorking to Tottenham. So I'm not sure what he was doing in those 8 years, but must have been something impressive. Just not in the game, apparently. But yeah, I don't know. This has been a confusing experiment. If you want to see other amazing players at clubs, why don't you watch this video on screen now where I put Messi and Ronaldo onto non-league teams. Click the video on screen now to watch that. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.